at this beautiful day. The sky is blue, the birds are singing. I'm here with my journal, and this one from the 8th of Jan. I've been reading, and I think that it would be good if it was shared. It goes like this: fear and shame. The more I learn and understand about myself, the more I realize the control these things had in my life. I spent a lot of time alone as a kid, and I don't think I felt a lot of love around me, even if it was there. Dad wasn't around, and I was ashamed of him. And my relationship with my mom was chaotic. I think this led me to have an interesting relationship with my mind. I learned that I could use my imagination as a way to escape or somehow fix reality, to the point where I would imagine living a different life altogether, a different family, a different self. I learned that lying could hide my shame, and I could distract myself from others. And I could distract myself and others from my reality by making up my own reality. The truth is, the specifics don't really matter, and there's only so much understanding one can have of the past before you must realize that none of it matters. I was scared, I was full of shame, and I thought I was unworthy of love. I let the devil control me. But I am not a kid anymore, and I am not ashamed or scared anymore. The funny thing is, God was there the whole time, and He loved me unconditionally. He has always loved me. And the thing is, with God, He knows it all. He's seen it all. There's no bullshit in God. Sorry. And there's no need. He is always there, and He always loves me. If God can show up for me like that and love me unconditionally, then the least thing I can do is show up the same way for myself and love myself the same way. I am not ashamed. I am not scared. The devil cannot reach me, for God is by my side. I will better myself and do what's right, not out of shame or guilt or anger or fear, but out of love. I love myself, and I want to align myself with the righteous path God has laid out for me. For so long, I was focused on what I got from life, when the whole time I've been in control. I am focused on my output, and I put my faith in God for the rest. Amen. This one here is from the other day, 14th. I read this one, and then I wrote this. What a day, by the way. Come on. The sun is shining, golden hour. You're joking? Not actually golden hour, but who cares? Okay, this one. Anytime you spend thinking of the future, you are reducing now to a means of getting there. God is found the moment you stop seeking Him. He is always beside you, and there are no conditions to His love. You do not need to change in order to be worthy of His love. You are whole and complete as you are. This does not make you perfect, but you are whole and complete. You are not your mind. You are not your emotions, or your mistakes, or your achievements. Your being is higher. Your being is now. The past can be used as a vehicle by the devil to inflict shame, regret, and resentment. The future used to inflict fear or jealousy, envy or greed. Reminiscing and planning are great, but desire or craving of anything else other than the present moment, resisting the now, is simply a mistake of running away from the devil rather than stopping and realizing that God is beside you. The reason you don't need to seek God is because God is everyone. He is everything. He is you. For something to exist, there had to be nothing first. Something comes from nothing. Before everything, there was nothing. Before life, no life. Everything came from nothing, and that nothing is God. God came to earth as a human named Jesus to save us. And he did this by showing us we didn't need saving. Turn to him, follow his word, and spread his message. Not to inflate his ego or as a way to control us. You're thinking of him as a human. But God is everything, the creator of all life. True salvation is found the moment you stop seeking salvation. Resisting the now is resisting God. Don't resist. Embrace him. Speak to him. Feel his presence, his love. Thank him for blessing you. Ask for forgiveness and he will forgive. Ask him questions and he will answer. But only in the now. That's the end of that one. And you know what? Because this is quite fun, I'm going to give you a bonus one that I saw just as I sat down here. Let's have a look. A lot in it. A lot of here we go. And this is good. This is a reminder. I do this to remind myself more than anything. Okay, here we go. This one's from last year. Wow, 14th of the 9th, 2025. It goes like this. Meditate all the time. Choose the direction of your awareness. Turn your awareness inside, and the outside will follow. Observe your thoughts, and learn to decipher which are yours and which are the outsides. Observe your body and your emotions. Choose to let go of any linked to fear or resentment. Let go of all unease, regret, shame, and resistance. And then the emotions which are left, make space for them and just feel them. Don't run or ignore or suppress. Let go and feel. Ask yourself throughout the day, who's aware of this? Who is aware of these thoughts? Who is aware of this tension? Your being is higher, and resistance is held when you identify with something other than your being. Your thoughts and emotions are to be observed and regulated. The devil will always be there, but so will God. The choice is yours. And if there's a choice, which there is, then choose to let go of the devil. Let go of all anxiety or resistance to what is. Choose to be grateful for all the blessings life has to offer. And put your faith in God. The past isn't where your identity lives, and the future is not yours to control. God is at the wheel. Just focus within. Focus on your health. Focus on what energy you're putting out into the world. Focus on the present moment. Direct your awareness, your own energy. Don't be led. Ego and pride will take the wheel if you let them. Humble yourself before God. Sometimes you have to just shut up and watch the movie. Shut up and watch the movie. Because here we are. Here we can freestyle a little bit. Just shut up and watch the movie, bro. Watch this beautiful movie that's in front of you. You know? And I get it. That thing you're watching is pretty cool, yeah. The music you're listening to is sick. But is there music more beautiful than the birds singing? You know, is there a TV show or a movie that's more beautiful than the world that God has created for us? Is there? You know, maybe have opinions, you know, but remember that the only thing that's real, regardless of your opinions about anything, the only thing that is real is the present moment, is this right now, here. Look at the sky, you know, and the sky, that's you. You're all of this, and your feelings, your emotions, your thoughts. That's that little bugger right there. That's one of them right there, you know? And they're gonna flow through. And sometimes they're gonna be big and scary, and sometimes they're gonna be grey. You know, sometimes you're gonna get whole clusters of them. But that's okay. That's okay because you're the sky. Which means that you get to just observe them and watch. Watch as they drift by. Look at them. Bye bye. You know? And sometimes they teach us, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're just clouds. And there doesn't need to be a reason why they're there. They don't always rain. They don't always bring thunder and lightning. Sometimes they're just there. And you don't need to understand them or analyze them. Just let them float by. Let them float by and focus on everything else that life has to offer. Not just these clouds. Too many people are caught up on their clouds, man. But just remember this final thing. If I had a cup of coffee, if I had a cup of coffee and I was, walking around and I bumped into someone and coffee spilled all over me, why did I spill coffee on myself? And you might think, bear with me here, you might think, well, it's because you bumped into that guy. Because he bumped into you. So now you got coffee all over you. It's a good way of thinking, but it's wrong. The reason I spilled coffee on myself is because I had coffee in the mug. That's why I have coffee on me now. And when I made that coffee, I didn't think, well, someone's probably going to bump into me, so I better make sure it's not coffee in here. Because you can't control when life is going to bump into you. All you can control is what's in your mug. And that's why if you're carrying around hate and anger and fear and shame and guilt, resentment, if you're carrying around these things in your mug, then when life bumps you, guess what's going to happen, bro? Uh-oh. Now I'm angry. Now I'm scared. Now I'm resentful. Now I'm spiteful. Come on. Focus on what's in your mug. And make sure that no matter what, you're carrying around love, warmth, openness, presence. That's what you're carrying around. So when life bumps you, doesn't even matter, because who cares if I've spilled love all over the place? Who cares, man? Yeah, cut me off, bro. You gotta get somewhere as well. Oh gosh, you just ran over my foot. Right, well, what, am I gonna just hate you now? Come on, man, sometimes people can just make mistakes. Yeah? I see someone over there playing with a sword. Or maybe a lacrosse thing. Either way, I'm gonna go holler at them now. Till next time.